Malnutrition remains a major health concern, with the prevalence rate increasing globally. Poverty has been identified as one of the major contributors of malnutrition.
Most of the women whose children, majority of them, whose children come out with malnutrition or severe malnutrition are women who are not gainfully employed. They are the poor of the poorest, and a lot of gaps are missing in their lives.
In a society where the father is expected to provide for the family and the mother is expected to stay at home to take care of the children, this arrangement seems to no longer be working due to the increasing prices of food items and the activities of insurgents, which limit economic activities in rural areas. For women in Kwali Area Council, this is a cause for concern as they are bothered about the rate of malnutrition in their children around their community. Praise Omari is a mother of 6, including a set of triplets who are all malnourished. With no job and her husband being a security officer for a school in Kwali, Praise says they can barely eat to be satisfied, much less get well-balanced food.
The day I was put to bed of them, their father lost his job. I used to work before, but with their pregnancy, in microfinance that is a private owned, I cannot cope anymore. I have to leave the job. So their father cannot be able to cater for the children. There are 3, everything of them, you have to buy them in trays, food. And me, myself, I did not have enough good food to eat. Talk more of them to have enough breast or even money to buy milk to support them. They started taking pap. Let me say, it's not even up to a month, because I cannot afford the milk. It's not, I think from 2 weeks. It's not very easy. Looking at your children, when I walk around with them, people will look at them, triplet, they are beautiful. Are they up to a year? Children that are 3 years this June. And vocabulary, they are not meeting up with their age grade. They are not meeting up, they can't talk well, many things that they are still wearing pampers at this age.
Praise's story is very similar to that of other women in Kwali, who are trained by the International Society for Media and Public Health on how to produce charcoal briquettes and organic fertilizer, which they could start up as a business and could be used to sustain their families.
The training that we have given is such that they can do it themselves because they are using raw materials that they don't have to buy. These are things that are available for them to use, and we have ready uptakers, people who can buy from them. And so we believe that when they buy from them, they will have economic power to see that when they see the signs of these children being malnourished or being sick, they can quickly go to the health facilities around so that they can stop it before it becomes serious cases that we see of severe acute malnutrition.
I'm happy for this training that came up at this point in time, because it's going to help me. We have learned how to make organic charcoal. We have learned how to make organic fertilizer.
In addition to being trained on how to produce charcoal briquettes, the women were taught how they could use local foods around them to prepare well-balanced food for their children to address malnutrition in their homes.
We have also learned how to make food for our children, which is Tom Brand, which is so proteinous. We can do by ourselves. Instead of buying the sachet one, the one they have sealed, you can make with little materials, those materials that we can find around us, and our children will grow well without us spending so much money.
Identified to be malnourished, Praise's triplets were grafted into a program where they were given ready-to-use therapeutic foods, but due to the COVID-19 pandemic, they couldn't continue with the program. Even though organizations are coming up with ready-to-use therapeutic food interventions such as micronutrient powders, which are integrated within infant and young child feeding programs, there is a need to provide proper food for these children when they are taken off the program.